So for my today strategy demonstration, I will be presenting the strategy of comprehensible input. And comprehensible input is exactly how it sounds. It's any kind of additional extra input that the teacher gives the students in order for the students to internalize the information and to understand it better. So there are a variety of different ways how to incorporate comprehensible input into a classroom. It can range from specifically how the teacher presents themselves to the students. It could be the speech that the teacher uses. It could be gestures that the teacher uses. It can also be simply modeling specifically on what the students are supposed to do. It could be visuals. It could be words that match pictures. It could be illustrations. There is really a wide variety of ways to incorporate comprehensible into the classroom. It's just a way for the students, again, to take what the teacher is giving and help them internalize information for them to further understand what's going on with the material. So today I will specifically be using a graphic organizer for the plant life cycle, and then also I have it up on the board to model. I will be modeling. I will have visuals and words that match the visuals, and that's about it. So for this specific lesson, it's review, so the students kind of have a sense of what to expect with the plant cycle. So I will go over the plant cycle with them step by step by step, and then they will branch off and go with their elbow partners and complete the worksheet that we just completed up on the board. All right, so here we go. So today, class, we are going to be reviewing the plant life cycle. And remember that we've been learning about the plant life cycle for a couple of days now. So just for a little bit of kinesthetic review, remember that a plant starts off as a baby seed, and then you add some water and some dirt and some sun, and then it grows roots, right? So after those roots, you continue to add lots of sunshine and water, and then those roots turn into a stem. And then after a stem, you add more water and more sun and more love, and that stem creates little leaves, right? So after the leaves grow, you add more sun and more water and more love, and then those leaves turn into a little bud, right? So it's almost done. You just need to add a little bit more sun and water, and then you have a beautiful flower. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing with our graphic organizer today. Here we have the pictures, and we're going to fill these pictures into our graphic organizer in the correct steps that we've been learning. All right, so the first step for the box number 1, a plant starts off as a seed, right? So we're going to write seed in the box. And you will also be doing this with your elbow partners too. You're going to draw your seed and then write the word seed. So we know that step number 1, it starts off as a seed, and then you have the word seed. So after step number 1, that seed grows roots, right? So we're going to put the roots in step number 2 and write roots. So after step number 2, we're going to continue to add more sun and more water and more love, and then those roots and that seed are going to turn into a stem. And then we're going to continue to add more sun and more water, and that stem is going to grow beautiful leaves. So we're going to add more sun and more water, and of course it has lots of dirt for it to grow and get its nutrients, and then those leaves are going to finally start to grow a little tiny bud. So we're almost done with our cycle, right? So after our leaves have a bud, and we add more sun and we add more water, we're going to grow a beautiful flower. All right, so that's the life cycle of our plant. And remember, a cycle is a never-ending process, okay? So our plant is a never-ending process. So after we have our flower, it's going to die, and then it's going to start all over again with a seed, roots, stem, leaves, bud, and a flower. All right, so go ahead and branch off with your elbow partners and get together and complete the worksheet together. When you're done, raise your hand.